What's going on? Welcome to the Electric Funeral Bass Lesson by Black Sabbath. This is Geezer Butler at his finest. Super cool riffs, great playing, in the pocket playing. So this is one of my favorite Sabbath songs, especially that intro riff, just killer. The bass line in here is awesome. So it's doing all this cool stuff like contrary motion, and it's not just playing the root, doubling the guitar line. It's really supporting the line and adding, a character to the intro. That's just amazing. So as big as Sabbath are, as big as Ozzy is, everybody knows who they are. I'd still maintain that they are one of the most underrated bands ever. Even though everybody knows them, I don't think they're appreciated for the how musical they actually are. This song really showcases it. One of my buddies described Sabbath as the heaviest jazz band of all time, and I think he's got a point. I think their level of musicianship and technicality goes under the radar, and it's for sure underappreciated. We all know Iommi's playing is just from another world. You can hear some of that jazziness in the solos for sure. Some of his tunes, what's the one, the Spirit Caravan, that for sure. They always have some part in the middle where it's like out of nowhere. It changes the tempo. It doesn't really make any sense, but it somehow works because it's just, they're so good. There's really no one else that does it like this. That's why they're the best, man. I hope you enjoy the lesson. Tabs are available. They're sunk up with the song, so you can actually slow them down and play along with the tune at full speed, half speed, quarter speed, whatever you want to do. It's cool. So, all right. So thank you so much for checking out the video. Let's do it. All right, so here's riff number 1. All right, so that's based around a E minor pentatonic, starting here with the root on the E. Okay, 7th fret, A string. Okay, from there we pretty much outline it. So double that 7th fret, then we come here hitting the octave, walk down that scale. From here, the timing is cool. We're gonna slide. And notes down here, 4th and 5th fret, both on the D string. What that is, we're going now from that pentatonic sound. Now we're going into a minor, E minor sound. And we're playing the 2nd and 3rd in that E minor scale, except we're just playing it down here. So we can hit that sweet slide. Here's that whole first part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So he hit it on that 2 accent on the kind of upbeat there in the measure. So he does that 2 times. So in the middle we have, just adds a little sweetness in there in the middle. So first half is the same. From there we're gonna double the 9th fret here and walk right back up. Whole thing is. From there, we slide from here. And then we hit that same 4-5-4. So here it is. There you have it. All right, here's riff 2. This is happening during the verse.
bass again on that E minor pentatonic scale. This time we're going to add that tritone, that flatted fifth. You could call it the blues note. Starts here, same on the root, 7th fret A string. From here, just goes to 7th fret on the E, walks right down, does a little 7, 6, 5. So from the 5th fret here on the E, we're going to jump a string, and we're going to hit the 5th fret here on the D. All right, and then we're going to give it a little attitude here with a little bend. So far we have it repeats a bunch from there, varies a little bit. Sometimes you'll double this. Sometimes he just shakes it up. No wrong way you can play that. Tricky part is really that skipping that string. So here's the next riff. This one starts on the 7th fret here, A string, just like before. We're basically just riding the root on this one. Goes for a while actually. While we're doing that, old Tony Iommi is going that kind of sound. So they do switch the meter a little bit. Thinking they just did kind of a freeform thing and it just happened that way. It sounds amazing and they stuck with it, but kind of got to listen for the drums as to when to end, and you can count out the times. Okay, so we're just whole way. All right, so here's riff number 4. Speeds things up a little bit. We got 7-5-7 on the A. All right, then we go 5th fret here on the D. And then finishes off with the open on the D. Secret to working that one up is to pick how you're going to play it with these two guys here and stick with it. So if you're doing alternate here, do it every time. You know, that way you can just, get that muscle memory and get it up to speed super quick. So here's the second half of the fast section. Okay, so it starts on the root, 7 on the A. Okay, so then we're going to go 5-7 on the D. So far. Then we're going to shift. Hit that 9th with our 3rd finger here. 9th fret on the D. Then we're going to finish it off up here. 7, 9. Okay, so here's the whole thing. Here's that second part. All right, we got starting on the root again. Then we got 5-7 on the D. From here, we're going to do a bend on the 7th. Then we're going to hit the 7, regular old 7. Then walk back down. 5, back to the root. Slowly, it goes. So here's the two things played together, nice and slow. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call this part the chorus, because this is where Ozzy actually says Electric Funeral. It goes like this. Had to check on my cheat sheet there and see how it ended. So we got
basically just walks chromatically down. All right, 7-6-5 on the A. Then we go 7-6-5 on the E. So the thing to focus on here is the timing. It's steady up until there. The last two notes are a little quicker. So once you get that timing right, it's not a super hard riff to play, but it's heavy. So the next part starts on the 5th fret here on the A. Gonna hit it 3 times. Then 7. Then we're gonna go 5th fret here on the D. Then back to the 7. Repeats a few times. Ends with the 5th here. So the song comes back in, as every song should, with this amazing drum fill. So just listen to that, and then it comes back into the... So from there, you're going to know all the parts. You can rock this thing. This is such an amazing song. Hope you like the lesson. Thanks a lot for checking it out. Let me know what you want to do next, man. Send me requests. We can see what we can do.